I couldn't find the tour guide to ask exactly what this was, but this rock was at the center of the welcome center. And this was the cable cars going. There's the one going up, and the other one starts coming back down from all the way up there. And you can see the people going. This is when we were on the cable car, and it was really cramped. They fit like 80 people in there. And there's more just out the cable car window. What you can see, some nice scenic shots. It'll make good desktop wallpaper for my computer. This one not so much because I got that person in there, but this one looks really good. Yeah, some creative cropping. Some of these might be salvageable. Let's see. Yeah, just more as we're going up. I think pretty soon I'll have some pictures. Yeah, I think this picture shows a whole bunch of the people taking the snake path, which is the path up to Masada that you can take instead of taking the cable cars. They wound up closing it on the way back down, which was a couple people on the tour wanted to take it, but it started raining, so they had to close it. So now these were from where the cable car comes in. You can see those squares are those are where the Roman camps were. Wherever you see those squares, like that one down on the left, this one here, they were all Roman camps, and those were the walls that they had built. That's what's left of them now. And just a whole bunch of Roman camps were around here. Obviously, because the Romans were sieging Masada. So you can see a whole bunch of them. And then we started going. There's more people on the path. And this is looking, I think, south. We were facing when we were looking that way. Started just taking pictures. You can see some of the ruins of one of the castles, or one of the palaces. Whole bunch of ruins. I mean, it's basically all Masada is ruins. This is one of the sinkholes where the cisterns were that just fell in. Some of the people on the tour walking up. More people from the tour. And some of the ruins. And the ruins get more interesting. They're actually excavating and rebuilding the ruins. You'll see in a little bit some of the ruins that have a black line on them. Anything below the black line is the original. Anything above the black line is where they had started rebuilding. We'll see some of those later. You can see they're rebuilding all of that. Don't know what all this is. We'll find out what that is. These here were catapult, like ammunition. They were stored, they were bunched up like that. This is the Roman ramp, and that's where they put the tower, the 10-story tower that they used to attack Masada. You can see the Roman camps and the roads and the ramps and everything. Yeah, I took a lot of pictures of the ramp. But you can see the roads and stuff out there, and then this is the breaching point, that's what they called it. And next you'll see, here's a picture of what the tower, an artist's rendition of the tower. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Oh no, that was where the birds were stored. Like the I don't know what you call it, aviary, I guess. Here's that black line I was talking about before. This is right before we went into the actual Beis HaKnesses that was there, the synagogue. And here's pictures in the synagogue. Those were the seats, the original seats, how they were. Some of those pillars, you can see they were actually plastered on the outside and painted, and people could sit. This used to be where they davened and everything. You can see some of the Roman camps out of there. In here, they have a couple of the Sifrei Torah, or supposedly that's where they kept them, but it was locked up and we couldn't get in there. This is the sole picture of me from this entire day. well, except for the ones early on. This was one of the cisterns, and just another view of it where they collected all the water. And that's one of the major Roman camps. You can see it's a lot bigger than the other ones. And the Roman roads that were going from the camps, they're still pretty solid. I think this was just a scenic view I wanted. I think this one too. Not sure. I don't know. These were, you can see the plaster that was there, and it was painted. I don't know what these are. A lot of these pictures are just scenic views that I saw, and I was like, that'd be cool. Oh, these are the storage areas, and they had 25 years worth of food stored there. Enough food to keep people set for 25 years. This is another view of those. Oh, and then this coming up here, this is the palace, the actual palace, what's left of it. You can see of I think this is the northern palace. You can see a lot of it left over. And then some more of the scenic views. And one of the pillars with the plaster, you can see. And another Roman camp out there. And then a model of what this looked like before it was all ruins. Another angle shot of it. Yeah, I realize this is really, really dull, and if you're still listening, congratulations, but what can I say? I'm not in such a great mood right now, so I'm just kind of oh, right, so next we were going into the bathhouse. Bathhouse was actually pretty cool. You can see, this is the entryway. Here's a model of how it used to look before, with, of course, ceilings removed for being able to see inside. Apparently it was very well designed and painted and everything else. You can see here some of the plaster with the paint on it in one of the rooms. More of the plaster with the paint. Man, I'm tired. That picture was a little shaky, as is this one. Oh, this is where they had the hot baths. It's like a sauna, and what they do, they'd feed the flames or whatever underneath. The floor was raised up on top like that. That's actually a rebuilt floor section. You can see the pipes, and they push hot air and everything underneath, so you get really, really hot under there. And then it'd be like a sauna. All the heat's coming off, and if you wanted a steam bath, you'd throw some water on. This is mikvah that was outside. These are some of the untouched remains. And there's more of the area. You can see the black line again for what was rebuilt and what was original. So you can see the plaster there's below the black line. This was a cistern. Yeah, this was a cistern. This was as we were leaving. I saw the Israeli flag flying and found it kind of cool. And here's where the James Bond thoughts come to mind. But you get that one, and probably the only one who does. This painting in the Welcome Center it was weird and struck my mind. I think this is now outside when we're getting ready to leave. Right, it was before we got back on the bus. We took a couple, or now we're back on the bus. I saw these planes out there. I was like, oh, look at that. And they have a sightseeing tour. And it's more of the Dead Sea, and some more of the Dead Sea. And here's where we actually go to the beach.